Morning. Your weekday kickstart is here. It's time to live, impact, value, and engage heart first. It's time for Live at 7:55 with Mitch Taylor.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Live at 7:55 for this Friday, November 8th. We provide your weekday motivational kickstart. That is this show, about 5 minutes, give or take, each morning with different topics. And today it is Friday Free for All, which means we chat about whatever you want to chat about. So put in the comments below whatever you want to chat about this morning. We're going to come back to it and chat about it in just a minute. DJ NTV Show 2020, co-located with Photo Booth Expo, February 24th to February 27th. Get your tickets now at djntv.com. Honored to be sharing the stage with a lot of great presenters. Bill Herman is going to be the MC, I believe, for the show. And a lot of great content coming to DJ NTV, co-located with Photo Booth Expo. You have options to upgrade to either conference in your time there in Vegas. So I encourage you to check that out. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Ron. Morning, Brent. Today I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, really, is the focus here. So put in the comments below whatever it is that you want to chat about. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. Morning, Chris. Morning, Sean. Sean is a recent friend of mine. Actually friended me on Facebook just the other day. Found me from Mike Walter and Joe Bunn's podcast, I believe, PhDJ. So I want to thank Sean for connecting, a fellow Michigander. He lives below the bridge, and I'm, of course, above the bridge. And we as Michiganders affectionately call those people youpers and trolls, if you will. Not to be too derogatory there, Sean, but I just think it's funny, the vernacular that we have here in Michigan for different things. So yesterday, again, put in the comments below whatever you want to chat about here today. We'll try to hit at least a couple things on this Friday free-for-all. So let's see. Person here, I don't show who this specifically is. Let me see if I can find it on the other feed here. Mike Morales says, can you chat about the power of DJ networking? Discuss some do's and don'ts, the importance of networking, how to network, where to network. Oh my gosh, that's a whole, like a chapter in a book, I think, right now, Michael. But for me, Mike, I guess what I would tell you is that, let me just shut this other feed off here so I can see Michael here. Networking. First off, I would encourage you to approach it pretty much like how Sean Cox did, if I could be honest. Sean Cox reached out to me and we just started having a natural conversation. So I think that's the very first thing, is to reach out, send a friend request. My friend Vicky Musney often talks about the fact that you shouldn't just blindly send a friend request. You should be saying, hey, this is where I heard about you from, have a conversation. So this is in stark contrast to what someone else did to me recently, which was send a friend request. And I accepted based upon mutual friends that we had. But yet this other gentleman's first inclination was to begin selling me via DM. It's like, when you go on a date, you don't ask for marriage right away, right? You ask to go out first. You say, hey, I heard about you from X, kind of thing, or I noticed this. So that's the first thing, I guess, Mike, is I would say about, that's some do's and don'ts, if you will, of the power of networking with other DJs. How to network, where to network. I think anywhere you can connect with other DJs, whether it be online. Personally, I would recommend having some sort of Zoom session. I Zoom all the time with my business, with different brides and different DJs, of course, as well. I would look at, Zooming with DJs. I know there's a popular group by Sean Carlson called DJ Roundtables. I would search for that. They do a live roundtable over Zoom every Tuesday, I believe, at 10 a.m., something like that, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Central, something like that. So check Sean Carlson, S-E-A-N. Carlson, you can also network at your favorite DJ conference. If you get a chance to get to Vegas, February 24th to February 27th, look up DJ NTV. I'm not sure where you're out of, Mike. Let me see if I can find where Mike is out of. Mike. I can't seem to pull up where Mike is out of here. So, and yeah, Kelly Van Ginhoven is a good friend of mine here locally. Let me put up what Kelly said here. Don't network only within your profession. Look elsewhere for a new view. And that's where I was going next, actually, Kelly, because I completely agree with that. I'm part of BNI. And if you're not part of BNI, that is a great resource to be able to get your name out in your community and what you do. You get a chance to actually practice and share and have people that are actually engaged with you and in your own community that may be able to refer you, and you may be able to refer them to your other people you do business with, your brides, your clients. So I would encourage you to, kind of get in that vein too. Don't just look in the DJ world, look outside the DJ world as well. Yes, it is Sean Carlson. You got the spelling right, correct there for you, Mike. Mike is out of Houston, Texas, it looks like. So Mike, I think you may have been to Midwest DJs Live. If you haven't, I invite you to join us there as well. That'd be a great networking opportunity for you. MidwestDJsLive.com. We actually have roundtables that people can connect with around as well. That's going to be 3 or 4 different times actually this year at Midwest DJs Live. I kind of just gave you a spoiler there, but that's going to be great. Kelly, are you joining us for Midwest DJs Live? I think she is. I just want to make sure that I get my friend Kelly taken care of on that. Good morning, Mike Walter. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Thank you for turning on Sean Cox to me. I greatly appreciate that. Sean reached out to me based upon his information. Nick Edser says he was a BNI member, didn't work for him. Personally, he gave it 3 years. It's the same thing I state to people, Nick, about Toastmasters. That's one of those things. You have to find a club. You have to find an organization, a group that's going to work for you. And I know some Toastmasters clubs have not worked for other individuals, other DJs, but other people it works great for. Kelly's a yes in regards to joining us for Midwest DJs Live. Yes, I can't wait. And Kelly, I may hit you up. I may put you on a roundtable. So I'll be in touch. My friend Vicky, one of us will be in touch with you, Kelly. So the other thing I want to share super quick here, I think we got still a little bit of time before we sign off for today, because I want to hit it, see that, or I share it with, I share it on Monday. But my friend David Behrens, who's a fellow Toastmaster with us, he made a comment about what is the next thing I should be doing, in my business or on my business, he said. And I think that's something that's a big note that people don't always get, is they work in their business versus on their business. And I would encourage you to, look at forecasting. In regards to working on your business, what's the next thing you need to be doing? You need to be forecasting. You need to be looking and seeing, what did you trend last year? What are you trending for the future? And see what some of those, they call them KPIs in business, key performance indicators are. How many sales have you made to date? Is that up or down over last year? What about breaking it down even further to a monthly sales dollar or a weekly sales dollar? How many leads did you have coming in? What is your weekly gross margin? What's your weekly revenue? Those are all things you should be looking at working on your business. So David Behrens, I tried to answer your question here today. Sorry we didn't get to it yesterday. Phil Derbyshire joined us. Good morning, Phil. Hope all is well with you. Mike Walter says, absolutely, forecasting is critical. How do we get in our own way? You get in your own way by not doing those things, Nick Edser, by not forecasting. Mike Walter says, absolutely know your numbers, and I would concur with that. There have been certain people, Mike is certainly one of those people. Matt Radicelli is another one of those guys that have helped me grow in that area in my own business. So if you don't know your numbers, if you're not currently forecasting, that is something you should be doing. Hello there from Florida, Phil. That's going to be it for Live at 7:55 for today. Phil, I'm sure it's way warmer in Florida than it is here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan today. It's 13, 11 degrees, something like that this morning. And friends of mine where I'm traveling today for an event actually got 8 to 11 inches of snow yesterday. So it's going to be a great travel trip up to Marquette today to do that event. But I'm glad you're having a good day in Florida, Phil. Thanks for watching Live at 7:55, your weekday motivational kickstart. We greatly appreciate you joining us. We'll be back on Monday with another edition of the show. Have a wonderful weekend. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Live at 7:55. To bring Mitch to speak to your organization, go to MitchTaylor.net. Now go live, impact, value, and engage heart first.